In this video, we're in Madagascar. Join us as we hunt for the best fish, search for the finest local ingredients, meet the locals, and explore the surrounding islands. Very shortly after landing, we headed to the local nature reserve to meet some of the local wildlife. I was able to hold a chameleon.
What do you think, Joe? Isn't that a cool experience?
Meet a tortoise that was almost 200 years old.
Respect. Huge respect. You've seen it all, mate. Before they invented cars and aeroplanes.
And of course hang out with the most iconic animal in Madagascar, the lemur. After leaving the lemurs, we put our fins on to jump in the ocean and spend some time with the resident turtles. We then headed over to the local market town to pick up some ingredients, as we had a spearfishing trip and a cook-up planned for the next day.
See it?
The next morning we were up bright and early, jumping on the boat with our guide Marcel, going to search for some fish.
Here we are, first spot, first day.
Yeah, this is day one with Marcel Cabrera off Madagascar. He works to say, chef? Not really. I'm a victim of the choppy seas.
Thanks to this man, we're here fishing the wild productions.
Diving into the tropical ocean for the first time felt absolutely incredible. The water temperature was 30 degrees and the visibility around 30 meters. After 5 or 6 dives where I was hanging around the flashes in about 15 meters, a big school of yellow-spotted trevally cruise in. I decide to hang around and try and line up one of the biggest fish in the shoal for the shot. My first shot with this extremely powerful double roller gun is a really bad one. It's high in the fish and I'm really worried I'm going to lose it. I have to play the fish in really gently. And very kindly, Marcel drops down to put a second shaft in.
Yes.
After successfully landing the trevally, we push out into some deeper water and go on the hunt for coral trout. I was so paranoid that we could lose this incredible fish. Once again, my shot placement was high, and it goes to show that if you're going to use a new gun, you really need to practice with it first.
Hey Marcel, hey Mike, it wasn't a very good shot. Hey chef, be very gentle. Well, thank you again.
I was so happy that as a team we'd managed to land this beautiful coral trout. I knew that they have absolutely amazing eating quality, a delicate flavour with fine white flakes. I couldn't wait to see what the chef did with this one. The next morning we were up bright and early again to go on the hunt.
So after spearfishing locally here on Noti Bay, today the plan is to take the boat 40 miles northeast to a very remote island called Mitsio. As you can see, we're having to take everything with us, all the petrol, the water, we're going to be there for a week, so a few cloves, of course spear guns, and a coral trout to share with the locals later.
So we've arrived at Paradise Island after what was a 3-hour trip. It was quite bumpy.
And we're moving our things to the hotel, and then we're off for a dive. This is paradise.
The wind was so strong we had to tuck in shore, and as you can see the visibility on this pinnacle is not so good, probably 4 or 5 meters, but I'm actually used to hunting these kinds of conditions and I was very excited to see what would be down there. At the top of the pinnacle I was greeted by swarms of kingfish, and Marcel had said that this spot was great for giant trevallies. It didn't take long for one of those to come through the murk.
So here you can see the fish we've caught, team fishing a wild, day 3 in Madagascar. The combined catch, and I've always wanted to catch one of these GTs, so I'm very happy indeed.
We were then shown how to prepare our fish, and even Chef Mike learnt a thing or two.
So this is a real treat. We've just come in from the boat after several hours of amazing spearfishing in crazy weather and big winds and seas, and we managed to get this haul of mangrove snapper, jobfish, a nice Spanish mackerel, and a big barracuda and a giant trevally. And these guys here are splitting them beautifully. I mean, real artistry here. Salting them, and then they're going to put this in the sun to dry. And this is preserved fish for the village for weeks and months to come. Nothing gets wasted. Just too super cool.
Yeah. The following day, the onshore wind was even stronger, and it would have made diving impossible. So instead, we had a tour of the island.
Super skill.
Super skill.
Superbe avec le machete.
Superb.
From a point of view of having a resource, this is a superb resource. Plus, very sweet milk, and if I put my finger in there, I can feel very soft coconut flesh inside. Yeah.
Marcel showed us the GT that I had shot the previous day, and explained the process of salting and drying. It was amazing to see these new ways of keeping and preserving fish, and how the fish we were shooting were being used to benefit the local people.
So we're 4 days into our spearfishing adventure here in Madagascar, and we have really been struggling with the wind. It is still blowing. The wind is so strong, we're not able to reach those blue water destinations, which are 30, 40, 50 miles offshore. But it looks like on the horizon there is some calm weather, and we've been chatting today about, you know, the chances of landing these fish. The fish here in Madagascar, the pelagic species, are very strong. It's hard to really appreciate how strong these fish are, but these fish are towing 2-3 atmosphere floats 100 meters down, and often just never to be seen again, spear gun and all. So it's exciting. It could be tough, but if we catch one of these fish, it will be so rewarding, and it's just so nice to see how fishing here really helps support the locals as well. So It really is a win-win situation. I really hope we can catch some good fish, get some good weather. Today's an important rest day as well. All the travelling and diving, it's taking its toll on me a bit. I have a really sore throat, feeling a bit weary, so hopefully after today's rest day I'm going to be ready to go, and I have a feeling there could be some seriously epic diving on the horizon. See how we get on.
This could be the day, the first day we go offshore spearfishing, 40 miles out. We've had to stick inshore because of the poor weather.
And dirty water.
So today's our first chance at catching the big pelagics.
Yeah, so today is all about sailfish,
Yeah.
potentially, big Spanish mackerel.
And maybe the hallowed dogtooth.
Yeah, maybe a dogtooth.
Maybe a dogtooth.
Let's go.
Good morning, Marcel.
Morning. Weather looks good.
Looking better today?
Let's send it.
We're going to catch big fish today?
Yes.
Good.
Once again, the waters were actually very choppy offshore, which made the diving quite tricky. For many dives, we saw nothing but small reef fish. But eventually, under the flashes, I saw this huge shoal of barracuda. Not only did the locals love eating these large barracuda, but after shooting this fish, all the commotion in the water caused the dogtooth tuna to show up. Marcel frantically gestures below the flashes to say he's seen a dogtooth tuna in about 25 metres of water. I prepare myself for the drop.
Settings correct. Eh? 1, 2, 3.
After the obligatory fish photo with Chef Mike and Marcel, we headed back to the island where the fish were expertly butchered and distributed among the locals.
So Chef Mike has prepared the dogtooth as sashimi.
Yep.
With some ginger, wasabi, and a bit of soy sauce. It's the most tender fish I've ever tasted.
It's
Melts in your mouth.
So here's the crazy thing about that fish.
That's it.
That is the most hardcore fish in the sea. Like they nearly dragged you underwater today.
Yeah.
Like, help me! That's being pulled underwater. And yeah, the meat of the fish is
They are powerful, but the meat is so soft.
soft. Yeah.
So Daniel Mann, he's probably watching this, but he told me pound for pound it's the strongest fish in the ocean. True?
Now you feel it, right?
Yeah.
Now you know it.
So when
Thank you so much for joining me on this amazing Madagascar adventure, and look out for the full episode on My Outdoor channel or My Outdoor TV on Fishing the Wild. Thanks so much for watching.